Okay. Well, that went smoother than I expected. There we go. Alrighty. I don't know why I do this. I can't snap my fingers. Everyone says it sounds like sandpaper. So let's see if anyone pops in. Oh, hello, Lawrence. Hi. Yeah, I'm good. Wow, you just popped right on in there. Good lord. I was over here testing things out and here you are. All right, good, good, good. Yeah, I'm doing a-okay. Normally I would be doing this on a Sunday, but just in case, things don't happen, in case you need me to fill in, I decided to do a little thing tonight. And hello, Ken Allen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Ken is the man. So you guys definitely need to hit up Ken if you are actually not even if you're in trouble, if you just want a good conversation. Hello, doll again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm getting flustered with my thoughts now. Anyway, hope you all are doing good. What was I getting ready to do? I totally forgot. Absolutely forgot. Oh no, no, no! Don't even worry about it, Lauren. It's no big deal. It's cool. It is cool. It's Yeah. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Now I remember what I was going to say. Yes, check out the Wizards table. Ken Allen, Mistress B. You guys, you want good, intelligent conversation? Go there. Great guests too. I'm lagging. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Why is this lagging? Why is this not where it should be either? You're supposed to be here. You're supposed to be smaller. Why are you supposed to be bigger? Huh. Well, okay. So, doll, slap your computer. But yeah, you guys definitely check out the Wizards table. Ken Allen, Mistress B. Really, 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 really great conversations. And make sure you check out that episode of Unexplained Possibilities where I had him on. It was awesome. Yeah, so for the what in the world am I doing? For those of you who don't know, I earlier today I was yapping with Anima Nora. Um, her guest didn't show up, and I was tagged in, which originally I was not going to go on because I did not shave. And yes, that was pretty much my reason. I didn't shave. But I quickly shaved and eventually hopped on. It was a lot of fun speaking with her. Anima is so cool. Uh, that's so weird. Why is it doing this? Oh, yeah. Ken, I enjoy your content and learning from you. So, yeah, I just need to remember to sign in so I can actually chat when you guys are live. I don't know if I'm the only one who does that just watches stuff but never signed in. I hope I'm not the only one that does that. That would make me feel awkward. Anyway, yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure he has one of those lumberjack beards. Hello, Ireland. Good to see you again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, not chatting about anything in particular, just hanging about, yapping about any and everything that comes to mind. Such as, why are freaking zucchini noodles so good? Like, oh my gosh, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, those things are delicious. And to the point where I probably won't eat normal pasta noodles anymore. I'm that way with lasagna, actually. Well, no, I will still eat normal lasagna, but I prefer veggie lasagna over the meat lasagna. I don't like the meat lasagna. I like the veggie lasagna, and It's veggie lasagna I want to try that's made with eggplant. And I that oh my gosh, it looks so good. So one day I'm gonna try and make that. Uh, Nora and I we were going over past lives and experiences with them, remembering them if they affect you in the present, and a little bit of magic talk here and there. It was really really fun. Although I don't know if you could check it out or not, because for me, yeah, like Doll said, the video's blocked, and I brought it to Nora's attention. I think it's because of the song. I think if she just edits out the song, it'll be fine. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Freaking Nora's amazing. Very intimidating though. She's absolutely frightening at times, and I don't care what anyone says. Everyone's like, "Oh, she's so sweet and innocent." No, she isn't. I mean, yeah, she's very sweet, but she's intimidating. Um, but yeah, so we were just going over past lives, how it affects us, what we were in past lives, and some very interesting questions too. Went over holding on to a little bit of grudges and all of that. Oh, Zarina, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So that's another person who knows her mess when it comes to the occult and different deities and such. Zarina Crow. So really cool woman. Definitely check out the talk we had as well, which you can find on Unexplained Possibilities. Oh, well, okay. As long as it's showing for you. Wait, is Mother's Day tomorrow? Wait, how did I not know this? Wait a second. Wait. Oh, shoot. No, no, ours is May 8th. God darn it, Voodoo, you got me all freaked out and everything. No, ours is May 8th. And yeah, that's right. Nora mentioned that I have magical things going on, and I'll just go with it. I can't say yes, I can't say no. Beats the heck out of me. Although it would be kind of cool to hear, "You're a wizard, Melvin." Well, a happy Mother's Day to all the moms in the UK tomorrow. Wow, I didn't expect so many people to join. Wow. This was very unexpected because this is just a random thing. So tomorrow I might be filling in for someone on Ministry of Slam. I don't know if it's 100% yet, but I plan to start doing um, just Sunday morning talks with or chats or whatever, just to have a good Sunday vibe. So, instead we'll do Saturday afternoon this week, and then next week we'll go back to a good Sunday morning. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but I'm going to call it something, get a thumbnail made. Breakfast with Mel. I don't know. Ooh, breakfast with Mel. Kind of like the sound of that. Breakfast with Mel. There we go. I'm also testing out a new camera right now. And I need lighting. That's for gosh darn sure. I don't know if I'll use this one tomorrow or the other one, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm being productive. I'm doing two things at once. Multitasking. Haha. And I should probably close this and that. But I hope everyone is having a great Saturday, whether it's morning, evening, or night. Chances are it's no longer morning, so we'll go. Wait, did I say evening or night? Afternoon or evening. There we go. Orion Wars. You're going to have to share some of that with us one day, doll. Orion Wars. Huh. Oh, Zarina. You're too nice. getting me to blush and everything. Um, yeah, I have no idea about my past lives at all, and that's okay. It is what it is. But I do find it fascinating when people they know about theirs, they speak about it, and they remember them, and they go through certain they have certain habits from their past lives. I always think that's very interesting. And they might even have fears, which Anima brought up, some of the fears and everything, which, of course, me being a goofball, I joke about, like, oh, great. So that means I probably drowned in a past life. I got stabbed by a woman, fell off a cliff, just being silly. Because I do have a fear of heights. I do have a thing about water to a certain extent. Drowning would be horrible. Fire surprisingly doesn't bother me too much. Actually, 2 weeks ago, I almost had a kitchen fire being an idiot. I what was I doing? I was warming up the pan so I could make some fries, and I walked away like a dummy. Never do that. And I come back and I just see a giant flame. It's like, huh, I should probably do something. So luckily, crisis averted. I was cool under pressure. I think so. Those are legit. Real. Many people tap into residual DNA memory. Well, you know what? I would even go so far to say that maybe it's not exactly past lives, but it's genetic memory from an ancestor or such. Because they do say that genetic code stores memories. So why wouldn't we have memories of our ancestors that might open up from time to time, depending on the circumstance? So sometimes I think that's what some folks might confuse as a past life. Oh yeah, we did speak about parallel timelines as well, and time is time travel is trippy, man. Oh, okay. Sorry, Lewis. I misunderstood a little bit, but yeah, we're on the same page. Um, yeah, we did speak about parallel timelines and stuff like that, and it's interesting too because there's one theory that says if someone were to go back in time, they will never make it back to the timeline that they were in. And the reason for that is because it splits. Whatever this main timeline is, it's changed and it's going this way, and there's a new main timeline, and that's the one they stay in if they're able to get back to the present. And no one will know that time was ever messed with except for the person who messed with it and did the traveling. But saying that, the split timeline continues going because nothing ever changes. So it's very weird. When it comes to time and time travel, you can't actually change it. You could create a new timeline, but you don't necessarily change the old one. How trippy, right? And adding on to that, going towards the end, is there a meetup from the parallel universes or dimensions, whatever you want to call them, timelines, where you as an entity become whole from all your lives, and does all that memory just rush in, you just suck it in like a sponge? um yeah, I agree, doll. I think sometimes we want to be something so badly that we will create a story, a narrative to make it fit. You know, like Nora gave the example. Everyone wants to be Cleopatra, which, oh my gosh, yeah. I don't know why anyone would want to be Cleopatra of all people, but I have run into so many folks who said I'm Cleopatra. Like I had a past life of Cleopatra. Like really. good for you. I mean, I don't know what else to say to him. Like, that's good. Um, I always jokingly say, which it probably isn't too far off from the truth, is in my past life or whatever life I have after this, chances are I'm a bum. And interestingly enough, that took on new meaning to me not too long ago when I started to learn more about low magic. And it taught me just a little something more about myself, and it's how, like, you don't need all the glitz and glamour. You don't need extravagance and ceremonial rituals and all of that. It 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 taught me something just very interesting, and it's like, yeah, you can do magic, you can be powerful and have nothing. Just because you have nothing doesn't make you weak, especially if it's by choice to have nothing. So it was just very interesting, but I really am digging the information I'm learning about low magic to the point where I will make an individual video about that in the future. Yes, notice how everyone says they were kings or queens, etc. But if you go back far enough, most are genetically related to king, queen, leader of hundreds or thousands of years ago. Yeah. You know what? I'll just be contrarian and I'll say that I was the president. I wasn't no stupid king or queen. I was the president of a great nation. And no, not really. I don't I don't know what I was in a past life, but I don't know. I don't think it matters too much now. But yeah, low magic is it's very interesting. Oh, I wish I didn't say that now. Don't call me Mr. President or President Melvin. I hate formalities. Doll, you were an emperor. You know what? I could see that. I could see you being a power hungry emperor, or yeah, emperor, empress, whatever you are. I can see that. Get in my way and I'll cut off your head. But it's been a weird week, and I'm pretty glad it's almost over. It's just been an odd week. I don't know why. Like, the energy has been a little off, or maybe it hasn't been off. Maybe it's just noticing what you haven't noticed before. Hello, Into the Void, who was the supreme overlord of localized space time continuum. That's a mouthful, but hey, Supreme Lord. I don't know how I'm supposed to salute you, but well, there you go. Oop, there you go. Well, unfortunately, that could be any decade, Lewis. Well, no, not any decade. I guess you can pick either somewhere from the 1920s to now. Oh, well, I won't give you the finger. No, I won't do that unless you give me a reason to, and then I'll tell you you're number one. No problem. Lord Vader. Oh, I used to be such a big fan of Star Wars. Oh, freaking Disney. But, that's the interesting thing. Going into something else real quick with imagination and being a kid and growing up and all that. You could be whatever the heck you want to be. And I wish we could still have that innocence. I suppose if you're in the States and a couple other parts of the world with Halloween or All Hallows Eve, whatever you want to call it, Sam Hain, not, well, really not so much Sam Hain, but definitely Halloween you can still be whatever the heck you want to be for that one time, whether it's a ghoul, ghost, prince, princess, evil bad guy, or some heroic good guy, And I think we as people need that. We need that innocence. We need that imagination flowing. We need that. Okay, you take care, Zarina. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it as always. So, ta ta. Catch you on the flip side. But yeah, we need that. It's so much innocence lost as we grow up and the world beats us up, and it's just like, ugh. Well, I don't know about that. That went places. What the heck? But sure, we'll go with that. Um, but for Halloween one time, this was when I was super, 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 super young. I dressed up as Batman, who is my favorite superhero, and I remember the school. It was at school, and we walked around the block showing off the costumes and everything. This wasn't Adam West Batman either. This was oh oh absolutely none, Lewis. Absolutely none. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there are some folks around here that does something, because they do have botanicas, so where you could get your candles and incense, crystals, metaphysical shops, etc., etc. But as far as me noticing anything, anyone doing it, that none. I haven't seen anyone do it. Not here, which is somewhat interesting, but then at the same time I can't speak. It's expected because people aren't paying attention to what's happening. Like excuse me, it's not that they're not paying attention to what's happening. They're paying too much attention to what's going on in their little world and the hustle and bustle, and it's like money or magic's not going to solve this. Work hard and get money. Whoa, you have twins? Holy cow. On Sam Hain too? Uh-oh. Make sure they didn't bring an extra spirit with them. But that's really cool, Ireland. Out of curiosity, are you one of those parents that dresses them up to the same way just to mess with people? Because I'm not going to lie, if I had twins, I would do that just to mess with people. Like, oh my God, who are you? I'm John. Well, who is this? This is Wayne. Yes, I would name him John and Wayne. Don't ask me why. I just would. And oh, that's terrible though. If I had girls, this just popped in my head. Like, if I had girls for some reason, Jenna Jameson, like Jenna and Jameson, I would not do that. No, God, no. But yeah, I would definitely mess with people if I had twins. I would definitely dress them up the same and just whoop whoop whoop. Who's who? Okay, you're a decent person, Ireland. You're a good person, unlike me. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I would totally just mess with people, but that's just what I like. Sometimes I like little pranks. Little pranks. I like pranks where no one gets hurt. Things where people get hurt. Oh, they're not identical. Oh, well, okay. Someone is getting to bed. That takes the fun out of it, but that's still pretty cool. You have twins. She is probably busy with her kiddos, or I don't know. She might pop up eventually. It's a small chance, but she's probably busy. It's the weekend. People want to go out and about and walk and play and do whatever it is they do. I don't know. I don't know what normal humans do. Like, I'm usually in the house 24/7. I just know what the Melvins do, which isn't very much. Uh you know what? I feel kind of proud to say this now. Work out, eat, play video games, read, write a review, and then back to eating. But I'm proud to say the workout part. It makes me look less lazy. Oh, I want to adjust this focus so badly, but it's tempting. Don't do it, Melvin. Do not do it. Okay, I won't. Where's my cat at? I just realized my cat's not here. She has her I might one day give you guys a tour, but she has a bed over here to my left, and she likes sleeping on the back of the couch, and then she'll shift to her bed. I just noticed she's not there, and I feel I feel alone without her. Usually she's always with me when I'm doing these things. But I think I let her outside. So she's probably just relaxing under a tree, knowing her. Do any of you guys have pets by chance? And are you cat people or dog people? that's uh that's a loaded question right there. That'll cause some fights. Crab people, crab people. Oh, the the Taurus? Nope, has nothing to do with Africa or any type of roots or any type of magic or anything like that. It was a birthday gift from Angie, who pops on from time to time, Angie K. And I my one of my little nicknames, well, not a nickname, but just, I don't know, radio sign, whatever you want to call it, Crimson Taurus is what I say. So for Unexplained Possibilities podcast, I'll always open up, hello, welcome to Unexplained Possibilities podcast. I'm your host, Melvin the Crimson Taurus, and my favorite color is crimson version of red, and I happen to be a Taurus, and she got that made for me. So it was a really sweet birthday gift. And all right, Ireland cats, you know where it's at. I wasn't supposed to rhyme. Yeah, I wish I had a more exciting story though about that and Crimson Taurus name. Uh, every now and then I might just mess around and say, "Oh yeah," and make something up that's extravagant. But really, it's just crimson is my favorite color of red, and I am a Taurus. So that's all there is to it. Very simple. Very, very simple. But I think simple is good at times. Oh, and check it out, guys. We have crossed 450 subscribers. Oh my gosh. That's insane. Well, to me, it's insane. Like, man, that makes me so happy. So hopefully we're able to continue momentum and continue growing, and get more and more people checking everything out. Hopefully, I hope I could get people to check out some of the smaller videos, the ones where I'm doing the narration for, actually trying to teach something. Those take time. They don't get much love though, unfortunately, but I think people like them. Actually, I'm surprised that the Fool's Journey hasn't picked up as much as I thought it would. I thought that would really draw people's interest because it's, a little bit about learning tarot, which, I always thought people had an interest in. And I admit that it is the very basics, but sometimes that's all you need to get started. And I tried to put it in a little story format, which I need to do the next part of that, which is oh gosh, what is it? I did the High Priestess. I need to do the Minor Arcana, which is the twos. Yeah, there we go. The twos Minor Arcanas. So here's a little fun pro tip for you. If you are learning tarot and you're struggling a little bit with the Minor Arcana, just remember that the Minor Arcana is housed and usually governed by the Major Arcana. So, for instance, oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I still appreciate you coming and hanging out here. You don't need to look at the other stuff if you don't want to. It's fine. Um, the minor arcanas are usually governed by a major arcana. So, for instance, the magician governs the aces, the high priestess governs the twos, the empress governs the threes, and so on and so forth. Um, and then, of course, with the major arcana, if you have a little bit of trouble with them, you can look into a little bit of astrology. That will help for some of them, not all of them. But for instance, Venus governs the Empress. The Empress and Venus, they're connected. And then the Emperor is Aries, the High Priest, excuse me, the Hierophant is Taurus, the Lovers is Gemini, etc., etc. So, if you have a little bit of knowledge in astrology, you can apply it to some of the major arcanas in tarot. And if you are struggling with a little bit, good lord, if you're struggling with the minors, then you can look towards the majors for a little bit of help and guidance. So there you go, your pro tip of the day when it comes to learning a little bit about tarot. Hope that helps someone. Now, someone might ask, well, what's the difference between tarot cards and oracle cards? Well, I'm just going to put it very, very simple. Tarot cards, their meanings change. And, it's one card can mean 5 different freaking things depending on the spread and what you're trying to see and what's next to it, etc., etc. Oracle cards, their meanings never change, which is part of the reason why I just read from the book with oracles. I mean, it's a lazy way of doing it, but usually it's something to it. But yeah, oracles meanings never change, but that doesn't mean you can't read them like you would a tarot card. You don't need a book to read oracles. I've seen many people read those suckers without having to read a book or something like that. Oh, and let me show you guys the new pendulum, if I can find it. Where did I put it? Oh, it's in my pocket. So, where's the old one? Wait a second. Give me a second. Where the heck did I put the old one? Okay, well, never mind. I can't remember where I put the old one, but here's the new one. Oops, hit the mic. Let's try that again, shall we? Here's the new one. Stop moving. I mean, I guess you're supposed to move, but not right now. Anyway, this is copper, and I think it was on a Yapping at Midnight. Yeah, the last one I did with Curtis and Bonnie, and I believe I asked about pendulums and what type would fit me, and Curtis mentioned a metal, and I was researching various metals, and I knew copper is good for communication with energy, spirits, whatever you want to call them. And sure enough, now this is something I didn't know. apparently copper is associated with Venus, and I didn't know that. And I am ruled by Venus 100%. I am Taurus, Libra, Libra, and Venus rules Taurus and Libra. So I decided, let's get a copper pendulum, and it would fit me, and I think it does. So far I've used it a couple of times, and communications seem to be really strong. So let's see if we can get something going. Well, it's already going. I have no idea what showed up or what's here. Who are you? If anything, who is this? Who are you? Oh, okay, so this is Pearl, one of my guides. And is there a message? No, you just showed up. Can you back away a little bit? It's a little bit too much energy. Thank you. So, yeah, there we go. A little demo there. Normally, Pearl doesn't show up like that, but yeah. So, copper pendulum. I know some people don't like using tools when it comes to communication with entities, we'll say. And I can understand their hesitation, because sometimes you don't know what you're going to get, what you're going to talk to, and then other times it's like, no, use your third eye, use your power, and things of that nature. But sometimes your power works through tools. I see nothing wrong with it. Just be safe and smart about it, and learn how to distinguish your energy from their energy, and to not be an idiot and try and get answers for just stupid stuff. Like, am I going to die? Like, yes. Oh my god, it said I'm going to die. I mean, it happens to all of us, unfortunately or fortunately. Could you imagine living in a world where you live forever? That would be horrible. Who would want that? I wouldn't want that. Huh. Okay, still working. Wow. One second, folks. One second. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I had to check something out. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to live forever. It's scary. But anyway, since I still have some time, who would like a card pulled? I guess we'll do Oracle. If there's anyone still here, I could just be speaking to myself, which is fine if I am. We'll just people just come later and be like, "Why is this guy talking to himself?" Well, why not? Join next time, and I won't have to be talking to myself. Okay. So, Slim Lewis, you commented first, so you get to go first. So I'm using the Oracle of Emanations, or excuse me, the Angelarium Oracle of Emanations by Peter. I cannot say this name, but I just absolutely love the art on this. Oh, so beautiful. Oh boy, good luck putting the kids to bed, Ireland. Good luck indeed. Okay, so Lewis, pick a number between 1 and 33. Well, it's Oracle, so I'm just gonna pull one card. So that's why I need you to pick a number. 1 and 33. 6. Okay. Cause 999 is 666. So if you guys want a fun poppy song, be sure to check out Sorcery by the Future Funk Squad. There we go. I got their name right. I remember that song. I first heard it on FIFA. I don't know. I can't remember what FIFA, but I did hear it from FIFA. And I was like, man, this is so catchy. Little did I know that I would actually be dealing with stuff in sorcery. But it's a really good, catchy, fun song. And the lead singer rapper, I don't know. Anyway, he sounds like Papa Smoke, Ed Morrow. So I think that's freaking hilarious. Because 999 is 666. All right. Yeah, I don't mind dice. We're just pulling oracle cards for fun, seeing what comes up. 4, 5, and 6. Oh, how funny! Slim. Earlier, you talked about memory and being in the genetic code and everything, and sure enough, we get someone who deals with memory. Zachriel, the Angel of Memory. Very beautiful card. So, that's pretty neat, I think, anyway. So maybe this one is for you. So let's see what it says here. For these now, when it comes to the Angelarium, you do have to use a bit of your intuition. You can't just look at these like normal oracle cards and read from the book and like, oh yeah, that's all you gotta do. Like, no, it's more to it with these suckers. But I do like them. Like, these cards are governed by one of my spirit guides, Raphael. Okay, here we go. Eternally lost, Zachriel carelessly wins and unwinds the wins? Good lord. Let me try that again. Eternally lost, Zachriel carelessly winds and unwinds the threads of thought. Memory has no worries or concerns. You are safe to wrap yourself in the bands of time gone by as well. It is a warm and safe within the fog of Zachriel. All you knew greets you, welcomes you, longs for you. The power of remembrance is balanced by the power of forgetfulness. Pouring memory into the cup of forgetfulness makes room for new memory. Zachriel is the angel of all memory, even memory loss. If you take something with you, you must also leave something behind. And his signs are a knot, a loom, a maze. So interesting. It looks like with this one, I think it actually goes beyond memory. And I would say if you want to gain, you have to sacrifice. What are you going to sacrifice so you can gain? And what is it that you're trying to gain? And will it be able to replace what it is you're going to give up and sacrifice? So this is a very interesting one. We could probably go super philosophical with it and saying that new memories replace old memories, and if you're getting rid of old memories, it's because they are memories of pain most likely, and you want to fill them with memories of joy and happiness. But you are going to have to sacrifice to obtain, and it doesn't necessarily mean lose your memory. Don't take that literally. It's not giving up a memory, but I think it's you giving up an action of some sort that you don't really want to give up, because with sacrifice, it's us not wanting to give away or give something up. A sacrifice wouldn't be a sacrifice if you're willingly handing something over, like, here you go. that means you never needed it to begin with and you never really cared about it. Sacrifice is something you care about and you give up. And you know what's interesting about that too? Because we can almost consider giving up an addiction a sacrifice because you know how addiction works. You're dependent on this thing. You need it, but you know it's not good for you. And when you give up this harmful addiction, whether it's smoking or it might be an alcoholic, drugs, whatever, when you give that up, what you gain is a much healthier and better lifestyle. And you save money. So, very interesting there. Like I said, I don't think it's necessarily you giving up a memory, but I do think it's a sacrifice involved so you can gain. And this might have to do with knowledge. This might be even moving beyond your comfort zone, sacrificing your comfort so you can learn, giving up that comfort because, when we're comfortable, it's hard, very, very hard to give that up and go elsewhere. All right. Dice, pick a number between 1 and 33. Oh, all right. That's right. You are Luciferian, aren't you? Yeah. So there you go. And you picked 19. Okay. Any particular reason for 19? Well, I'm always curious why people pick the numbers they pick, and 19 is one I don't see a lot. I'll see a lot of sixes, I'll see a lot of threes, tens, fives, but 19, not so much. All right, well, it just came to you. That works for me, darn it. So, fun fact for you guys. In Japanese culture, the number 9 is considered a lucky number. And it's considered a lucky number because it is the highest single digit number. Which, of course, if you reverse it, 6 it pops up. And we all know how people feel about those sixes, which is totally uncalled for, in my opinion. So, does that mean that 6 is an unlucky number if 9 is lucky? Probably not. Luck is what you make it. All right. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 16, 17, 19. Ooh, interesting. That's funny because we briefly spoke about vengeance today. And vengeance is interesting because will it actually satisfy you? If someone does you dirty and you finally get back at them, is that real satisfaction? I mean, you put so much energy into getting back at someone that you've missed out on so much because of this one person that you just wanted to get vengeance on. But it can drive you to do great things. But the funny thing is, when you're doing those great things, are you recognizing that, or are you just so fixated on showing up this one prick that you want vengeance upon? You want to rain down vengeance. Okay, so I should tell you who you got, shouldn't I? You got Simi Kiel, Angel of Vengeance. So yeah. Sorry about that. Again, awesome art. Looks freaking beautiful and fantastic. Love this art. Simi Kiel. So let's see. Where are you? No, you're not an emanation. You're a watcher, darn it. Only thing I don't like about this deck is there are no numbers, so you can just easily turn to where you need to turn to. All right. Simikiel. When the time comes, we all call its name. It is ever the instinct in our throat when we seek retribution. We choke on it even as we languish in every syllable. But those who call on Simikiel without cause will have harm fall back upon them threefold. It is the way of Simikiel's sword, cutting in both directions. While we gird out, while we gird our fragile hearts against being hurt, gird? Oh wow, it's a typo in here. I think he meant guard. Interesting. I first time I saw this one. While we guard our fragile hearts against being hurt, pain will make its attempts on us by any means necessary. It is in our soul to survive at all costs, even if it means violence. Try to resist the urges of your barbed heart. Simikiel knows not forgiveness, and his signs are a sword, a thorny branch, pierced skin. Okay. So I'll show you him again, because he is very cool looking, isn't he? But it's like I said, is vengeance worth it? Because what do you lose out on trying to obtain this? And ultimately, do you just hurt yourself? Which oftentimes I think we do. And it may not be a physical hurt, but it is an emotional hurt, because eventually you realize I spent my life just trying to show up one person. So, Dice, I would say with you, and I don't even think this necessarily has to do with vengeance. I think this has to do with more so you putting your energy into the wrong things. You know, you might be so fixated on one thing that you end up missing out on something else. You hurt yourself, you hurt your knowledge in the long run. Don't so much focus on, don't get so caught up. There we go. That's a good way of putting it. Don't get so caught up on one thing and put all your energy into it too much. I think that's what's happening here, or else you end up hurting yourself. Yeah, like you said, a balance. Yeah, you need balance. It needs to be there. Now, that's not saying, you don't get upset at someone, or sometimes you do. We all get upset at somebody and we want to punch them, but we can't, because then we'll go to jail and got to get bailed out, and, that stuff follows you. But don't put all your focus into one thing. Don't lose yourself because you want something so badly. Which again, it's nothing wrong with wanting that, but you have to know when to step back and say, maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. Maybe I'm taking it too seriously. Just, it's okay. Take a step back from time to time. And like you said, find that balance. Find what drives you, but won't toss you over the edge. So there we go. Alrighty. I don't know if anyone else is here, but if there is anyone else here who would like an oracle pull, let me know now. Gosh, I love these cards. This deck is so pretty. Oh, Ireland. All right. Ireland, pick a number between 1 and 33. Number 3. Alrighty then. We can do that. 369. Alright, this is for Ireland. Ireland, are you a redhead by chance, or are you blonde? Or neither? I'm not like trying to make a psychic thing or nothing. I'm just genuinely curious. Have a good one, Dice. Thanks for stopping by. Black, okay. Okay, all right. And Into the Void will get you after Ireland. Into the Void. I love that name, by the way, man. It sounds ominous, but at the same time, it's also like something that we all need to do. We have to jump into that unknown that will more than likely eat us up and spit us out. But when it spits us out, we come out with something extra. We faced our fears. We laughed, and well, I won't say we laughed, but we certainly faced our fears, and we got chewed up and almost digested, but here we are still standing and looking back into the void. All right, so this is for Ireland with the jet black hair. I have to sneeze. Okay, I caught it. Probably gonna have to check on my cat soon because she's outside. I don't know why I'm still shuffling. I don't know. Feels like a specific card should be for you, Ireland. And there it is. Okay. Happy you said 3. I like it sometimes when people say, oh, snap. Wow, you got the cover card. Well, that's a gosh darn shame. And hello, Noella. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have a thing for redheads, so I don't know why. But yeah, you got the cover card. So that's pretty cool. I always like it when the cover image shows up. So yeah, you got Yasad, Emanation, Root, Connection. Show you him again. Oh my god, I love this art. It pains me not being able to do anything like this. But it's so awesome. But okay, let's see what he says about Yasad. Root. I have an idea. He doesn't come up too much, by the way. I have an idea on what is going to be said. Connection. The 9th emanation. The foundation that supports the world and forms the gateway between the spiritual and the physical. Yasad is the medium through which we experience the tree of life, the Kabbalic tree of life. Oh, and Into the Void, while I'm doing this, pick a number between 1 and 33. Upon his shoulders rests the sky, and all that lies beyond it runs through his fingers. We stand at this doorway and peer through, seeking answers to our nature. Through the indigo orb, a gateway appears. As a single column again, the flow of energy through the tree only moves downward. Yasad is the last stop before moving into the fully physical realm. He is the looking glass through which we examine ourselves, and he's found in New Life, Speech, a doorway. So, Ireland, what I'm going to say is you are awakening most likely. I don't like saying psychic abilities. It sounds so it sounds just too Power Rangery. But I am going to say that you are probably having some type of awakening, and with that comes a lot of information, a lot of energy drain, a lot of confusion, to where you need to ground yourself and realize it's okay. You're on solid ground. You are solid. You are safe. I think you are about to enter into a new part of your life. The door, the gateway, it's opening, And I would like to say you have a choice in going through, but I don't know if you do. I think it's going to happen regardless, whether you want it to or not. It's, I think that door is open. Oh, I'm trying to unblock what I blocked. Okay. Well, that door is opening, and Yasad is saying it is opening, and be prepared. It's going to happen. Be rooted, though. I would say work on your grounding and work on, not being overwhelmed, because sometimes when things like this happen, when you get this new energy, it can be overwhelming because you're feeling everything, you're sensing everything. It's definitely sensory overload. So work on your grounding and work on breathing techniques. That will be very helpful as well. And slowly try to get that door open. All right, so Into the Void, number 25. That is one of my favorite numbers, by the way. Oh, well. All right, there you go. We'll work on that. That's pretty cool. Right on. All right, so this is for Into the Void. Into the Void. What do we have for Into the Void? And, thank you guys for swinging by and hanging out. I appreciate it. Especially when it's random like this. Sometime next week, the second season of the X-Files review should be up. Or, excuse me, my review of the second season of the X-Files should be up. There we go. That sounds a little bit better. And I want to put up the review of Liberno, but I'm actually rereading it to make sure I have an understanding on a few things. But I can definitely say now, spoiler alert, that stuff is legit. Definitely one of the more easier to understand magic influence, chaotic magic teaching tools, whatever you want to call it, by IOC. IOC? ITC? IOC? CT? Whatever. You guys know. If you know, you know. Peter Carroll. Shoot. Look him up. Definitely good advice in there. And what I like about it is no ceremonial thing. It's nothing like that. It's use what you have. It's very practical, I want to say. Although some things in there are confusing, I do disagree with. But, that's just human nature. We're not going to agree with everything. And no matter what, we're going to make something more suited for us, and that's what I think magic is. We can't imitate someone else's magic, but we can learn from it and create our own and put our own twist on there. And no one else is going to be able to do the magic that we do because it's unique to us. All right. 33, 32. 25. Oh, what the heck? Huh. That's interesting. We have a repeat here, but I want to make sure I counted right. Yeah, I did. Huh. Huh. Yeah, we got a repeat. This doesn't happen very often, but Zachriel, Angel of Memory, is back. Wow, that's so weird. And who got that? It was Lewis who got it, right? I think so. Um so yeah, okay, I thought so. Yeah. So Into the Void, I'll somewhat repeat what I said earlier, but I think it is slightly different for you. With Zachriel, well, you know what? Forget it. We're gonna read from the book again because I don't know if you were here or not. So forget that. We're gonna give you the full treatment. We're not gonna skimp. I ought to get kicked in the balls for that. Let's see. And where are you? Oh, here you are. Okay. Eternally lost, Zachriel carelessly winds and unwinds the threads of thought. Memory has no worries or concerns. You are safe to wrap yourself in the bands of time gone by as well. It is warm and safe within the fog of Zachriel. All you all you knew greets you, welcomes you, longs for you. The power of remembrance is balanced by the power of forgetfulness. Pouring memory into the cup of forgetfulness makes room for new memories. Zachriel is the angel of memory, even memory loss. If you take something with you, you must also leave something behind. Signs are a knot, a loom, a maze. And this is interesting because where for Lewis, it felt, Slim Lewis, it felt like he needed to kind of sacrifice. I think for you, it's the opposite. I think you need to remember. I think you need to go back to your roots and remember why you walked or got into whatever it is you're into, your passion. It's almost like stop for a moment and revisit, even if it's just to see how far you've come from where you started. I don't think you're supposed to lose memories. I think you're supposed to bring them back up. And once you do that, I think you will see your accomplishments. Literally, look back into the void. Look into the void. Look back into that void and see where you've come from. And then see where you're going. I don't think you have to sacrifice anything. I don't think you want to sacrifice anything. But look at your old memories. Look at your experience that you've gained. And see the future where you're going. This is very interesting because it almost feels like create future memories now. Plan for what you're going to do now based off what you did in your past. And you see that little string, the string she has there? I think you will be guided down the path you need to go down from the memory that that comes forth. So, if you're feeling lost, if you are lost, just go back into your memory banks and look at where you've come from and remember where you want to go. Create future memories now. So, very interesting with this one. But again, beautiful art. I just love the art. Right, one moment. I've been doing lots. I recently started back on. Oh, well, okay. All right, Ireland. Well, I do believe that card was for you then. Very interesting. Yeah, well, you know what? Welcome back to that path. And I think you are on the right path. I think you're on what's right for you. Don't don't abandon it, If you get lost, just take a step back and remember why you got on it to begin with. I know oftentimes when it comes to the occult, sometimes people they forget why they got into it. Sometimes it's like, oh yeah, look at this. I can do magic. I can manifest. I can make this happen. I can make that happen. I can make you fall in love with me, which I probably could, but we don't need that right now. Um, but oftentimes the simple truth is people originally get into it so they can learn about themselves, learn about the universe at large, and maybe even fill in a need to know what lies beyond. What is beyond this physical world? Something so simple, but we get lost in everything else. Which is, I guess, very easy to do. When you start sharing your knowledge, your information, and people start looking to you as something that you're not, and they want more, more, and more. It's very interesting because it's like, man, I can't give you more, more, and more, but that doesn't mean you can't give yourself that. You have to find self fulfillment. If I try to fulfill what it is that you want, then I lose myself. Well, you know what? Into the void, welcome back. Ooh, you know what? You'll get the special welcome. So here we go. Welcome. What your boy? God, I love Resident Evil 4. But very interesting though. Snap back. Da, da, da. I don't know why that song is stuck in my head. And sorry again, just quickly checking something. Want to make sure this is working okay. Is about to burst. Well, you know what? If something is coming up repeatedly over and over, then you might have to follow it. You may not want to, it may be a pain in the rear, but you might have to follow it because things show up for a reason. Maybe not always the best reasons, but they usually have a reason for showing up. I remember way, way, way back when my friend he's passed away, but he dealt with the ETs, the Orion Greys, or at least one part of the Orion Greys. And I've always had an interest in extraterrestrials and magic and this and that, but I never really looked into it. And I came across YouTube, and what did I type in? Like alien abductee or something like that. And he showed up. Oh, okay, I see. Well, you know what? I will say this, don't worry about it. I mean, you know, tiers are tiers, titles are titles. They don't really matter in the end. If you feel that you're not that, then don't be that. Don't put extra pressure on yourself to try to live up to an expectation or hear someone say something that doesn't fit with the you now, don't worry about it. Don't let that get to you. Someone said, but you're the supreme Ayatollah. Well, good for you, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm me and you can have that. So don't let that get to you. You could believe it, but it's just whatever. Sometimes that's what you have to be. Just okay, whatever. Just brush it off like it's nothing and continue on, because it's not going to affect what you learn now. And you can't change whatever you were in the past. You're not it right now, are you? So just brush it off, whatever. I think that's one of the better ways of doing it. But again, this is a Melvin thing, so it's not for everyone. Oh well, geez Louise. Well, I can't help you. I still wouldn't worry about it, because right now you're living this incarnation. Worry about it when you hit whatever you're supposed to be. Right now, just live your life. Do what's interesting to you, and do what brings you joy, whatever you're passionate about. So it may align and it may not, but I wouldn't worry about it unless you want to, and that's what drives you, because sometimes that stuff pushes us to learn. But anyway, so going back to my story real quick. Yeah, so I came across interview with an alien abductor or something like that, and it freaked me right out, because he was using a voice synthesizer, I think it's called, so a scrambler or whatever. So he sounded like almost kind of like Jigsaw, but not quite.
Hey, space chickens. So, I'm gonna tell you a story.
You hear that and it's like, why are you masking your voice? Like, I don't like this. And it was, I don't know, it just got me to back away, where it's like, nope. And every now and then I would get curious and kind of go back to it, but then not, and then yes, and then no. And I saw a couple of different things from people talking about ETs, and I was like, you know what? Let's go back and listen. And I listened, and I thought it was just very, very interesting. And then I went to the website, and then I left the website, and then I went back, but I left again until his wife was in chat one day and said, "Oh, hey, new people, don't be shy." Anyway, I don't know what I was getting at with that. I'm pulling a Curtis here. But I guess, don't let things get to you that's outside of your current life's control. Because sometimes it just doesn't matter. Ooh, I kind of like that. You could quote me on that. Sometimes it just does not matter. Wow, this is actually working pretty good. Is this using less? Yes, it is using less. You know what, Ireland? I became convinced. uh, I became convinced. Like, at first, it was one of those, well, I'm pretty sure there is life outside of this planet, because for me, it's a very big galaxy, it's a big universe. And from a mathematical point of view, I mean, how could it not be life out there? And then speaking with different people over the years, I mean, like really speaking to them, getting to know them, and seeing certain things, oh boy, Oh boy, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't believe I've met an ET, and I don't believe it's like what a lot of people. I won't say a lot of people, but I don't believe it's like what some say. But I am definitely a believer. Are they here to take over the world? I mean, I reckon if they wanted to take over, they could have done it by now, unless they like playing with their food, or maybe we're just in a petri dish. Which is worse? Pick your poison. And I do think there are some with different agendas, and some that just don't give a flying patootie. Well, mine's doesn't. Oh God, Sweet Pea is so. My cat is not a huntress. She's not a huntress at all over there. I mean, and it, it's embarrassing. She's over there trying to hunt a bird, and I know she wouldn't catch it. I wouldn't want her to catch it anyway, but I know she's not going to catch it. And she doesn't realize that she's not hiding in the grass. She's not down low. She's just, do do do, I'm gonna get you. It's like, oh, you're so stupid. Oh man, yeah. She takes very much after me. I am not a hunter. I would not survive in the wild. One day I'm gonna have to film her trying to hunt. It's so bad. It's embarrassing. They would revoke her from being a feline. And she's not very nimble. Not very nimble at all. And it takes her a while to wake up too. Like her reflexes are almost non-existent. And when she sleeps, she's in a very deep sleep to where I can contort her body, which I have done just to see how far I can go before she wakes up. And she never woke up. Oh man, yeah, my cat. Yeah, this is so weird. So I went to Anima's thing real quick because I want to share the well, the show, I guess. I mean, at first it was a Devil's Disciples, but she changed it to a Dark Arts. And yeah, it's definitely a copyright thing happening. And Warner Music Group, I think that's them, they blocked it from being seen in the US of A. I don't think it's a copyright strike. I just think it's a claim, and they're being wieners. But at the same time, I understand you want to protect your property, but it's like, come on, guys. And I looked into licensing for a few things, and oh my god, it's just so expensive. Like you can't afford some stuff, man. It's so ridiculous. Yeah. So unfortunately, I hopefully she just edit. I cannot speak today. I don't know what's happening. I must be tired and hungry. I just cannot speak at all. But hopefully she just edits out the song. She probably won't do it because I think Anima's a little stubborn herself. But man, that was a fun talk. To critique? Well, you're talking about in a fair use type of way. Well, the thing is, this was literally just playing the song as an outro to end things. So I don't think it would be considered critiquing if you do that. Actually, I don't know if I told you guys, but I reviewed It Feels Evil. Ugh. It feels terrible. That's what it was. Um, and it was a critique, but the parent company of Discovery at the time, like they freaking sliced that thing up and hit me with claims and blocked it in the US. I admit it was not a favorable review, but darn, and it was me critiquing. I was following the rules, but I still have the stuff. I could put it right back up if I wanted to. I could re-upload, but it's not worth the hassle. It's just not. It's like, all right, fine, whatever. But reviewing things was very interesting because you want to be fair, but at the same time sometimes you are going to have a bias. For instance, I like the X-Files. I absolutely love the X-Files, but I have to put aside my love for the X-Files and critique it and be honest about it. What's wrong with this, what's right about this. And that is really hard to do. The last review I did, and I haven't done another one since because it was just so tiring. And when I say tiring, I mean mentally draining. Reading that freaking book was oh gosh, what's the name of it? Demon Dealer, from Last Frontier Medium, Linda K. Lyons. I think, yeah, that was the last review I did, and that was, wow, it has the most views of anything I put up on this channel. I think it's over 900, which is insane for me. A channel with this few amount of subs and you have a video with over 900 views. That's insane. But with that one, I know I have biases. I don't really care for her too much, and I do think she is a dangerous person, albeit unintentionally dangerous. I think her heart is mostly in the right place, but everything else isn't. And I had to, read this book as a neutral. Don't look or think about the person writing it. And, I got pretty fed up while reading it because it's not good to begin with. And it really should not be sold. And it's mostly fantasy, in my opinion anyway. And that's what reviews are. They're just opinions. You don't have to really listen to them. Hopefully they're entertaining opinions. But man, but that's also probably the best review I've done as well. Anyway, it's worth a look one day. It's in there. Just literally, you could just go to the videos and just scroll down a little bit and you'll see Unexplained Possibilities reviews Demon Dealer. But yeah, I like doing reviews, but at the same time I don't like doing them. I would prefer to do a review on something that I know nothing about. But the problem is I'll do research on that thing so I can give some background information, and then I learn about it and it's like, well, that ends that. So who knows, maybe one day I'll do a group review and I force myself not to look up any information and leave all that to someone else. Maybe. So you know what, I'll do one last thing before I head off, and I will pull some tarot cards. So whoever says me first, I guess I'll pull for. If there's Ireland, I know you're here, so if you say me first, you get it. Although I'm not sure you need them saying that, but whatever, it's cool. I'm trying to think which deck I would use. Maybe the Llewellyn. Yeah, the Llewellyn. I'm feeling the Llewellyn. If I can reach and get it, I got it. Yeah, I thought so. You got what you need, darn it. If there's anyone else, so I'll give it 30 seconds, and if not, we'll just end it and head off. Because I'm getting hungry. Oh, into the void. Okay. All right. So, yeah, we'll use the Llewellyn for you. Excuse me. Good lord. I don't know why I was doing it that way, but emptying the energy. You know what? We will do, since today seemed to be about past lives and everything, we will do a past, present, and future. So I will pull one card from the top, one card from the middle, and one card from the bottom. So again, this is the Llewellyn. And this is a deck that I use quite often. Very beautiful deck. All my decks are beautiful. I like them all. Well, I don't like all of them. Two of them I don't like, but I also didn't buy those, so they were given to me, so I can't complain. So, into the void. So, out of curiosity, how did you all into the void? You told us your backstory. How did everyone else get into the paranormal, the occult, whatever you want to call this? How'd you guys get into it? Like, did you just, one day say, hey, I'm curious about this, and that was it? Or were you born into it? Ooh, maybe you were told not to do it, and you're like, I'm gonna be a rebellion. Or rebel, excuse me, a rebellion. Good grief. Top? I'm trying to think what side I want to pull from the middle. I think we're gonna do this one. Middle and bottom. Okay. Really? Okay. So for pass, we have the Ace of Wands. There we go. It's actually showing up more yellow than it should be. But anyway, we have the Ace of Wands. Evidently, your past may have dealt with magic into the void. Wands are fire, passion, desire, creativity, but we can also see the Ace of Wands as a magic wand. And we could see it as the universe giving you your magic wand, giving you your power, your ability in the past that you may have had. You had that power. You can create. You can also use a wand as a crutch. You can use it as a teaching tool as well, because sometimes you got to crack somebody upside the head and teach them a lesson. So don't be surprised if you were a teacher in some way. And right next to that one is the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is looking out, plotting, planning, looking beyond. You're not moving yet, though. That's the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is when you go out into the world. This is planning, looking, seeing, remembering. So it looks like we have a theme here. Remembering who you were, remembering who you are, remembering the power that you hold. That's what you should be doing in the present. Rediscovering yourself and the power that you hold. Look, there's even a crystal ball she's holding up. The world is in my hand. The world is my oyster. Well, yeah, I could be looking for a job. And finally, the Six of Pentacles. Sorry for the glare, guys. Now, this is why I do like the darker cards for this type of stuff, because it absorbs the light better. Anyway, Six of Pentacles is usually about balance. Be careful who you're giving stuff to. You might not get it back. You know, are you being a good guy? Are you being a bad guy? I don't think you're being good. I don't think you're being bad. I think you're trying to just rediscover. With your future, this being the future card, don't turn away help. You might need to look into a mentorship to help you rediscover who you are. Or, again, if we'll go with Ireland, if you're looking for a job, network, darn it, apprentice under someone. But I think you'll need help rediscovering who you are. Don't be stubborn about it either. Don't be afraid to ask for help, because sometimes we are afraid to ask for help. We don't want to look weak. We don't want to look like we don't know what we're talking about and like, oh no, I got this. You know, the pride before the fall. Ask for help in the future to rediscover who you are, to reestablish your power, to become the magic person that you were. I mean, there's planning and plotting happening now. So, definitely continue doing that and look into a mentor. Oh, well, maybe. But yeah, I think that will do it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Hope you had a little bit of fun, and thank you for supporting Unexplained wherever you come from. I think at least several people who were hanging out today are from Nora's place, and Ireland. You might have just what does that mean? Just. Oh, you have a map. Okay, you're ahead of the game, darn it. Ireland, you might have just showed up one day, just like, hey, what's this black guy doing? Hey, this looks like fun. And you stuck around, which I appreciate. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And oh, I never really noticed that. I just noticed this an image here. Am I going blind? I don't know why I thought you said you had a master. Huh. But well, anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. Oh, okay. So you showed up from Anima as well. All right. So yes, pilfering people. That's how it works, right? No, in all honesty, I really like Anima. Scares the bejeebus out of me though, because I see beyond that little pretty face, man. I know deep down she can stab somebody. But thank you guys for hanging out again, and you all have a good day or night, whatever it is for you, and I will be seeing you on the flip side, whenever that may be. Bye.